Yo, what's good? It's your boy Doc from Domina Coaching and Entertainment. For coaching, my links are down below. I got some fresh blood work. They took some of my fucking life force, but it is what it is. But yeah, coaching's down below. I lowered the price on various different spiritual services. Go check that out down below. I have a Patreon down below with mad sauce on it. In fact, I actually dropped the spiritual assassins class on Patreon. The first 5 episodes are currently out right now, and there is way more to come. So, if you guys want that, link down below. The Patreon's only $10. It's pretty cheap, you know what I'm saying? So for all my spiritual assassins, y'all go like that shit. I'm covering different Asian spiritual warfare tactics. I'm covering shit I learned inside the fucking Astral and stuff like that. It's so much shit I'm gonna cover inside the spiritual assassins class. I also have an astral projection course down below also. And inside that course, I do teach how to spiritually protect yourself, and I also teach how to astral project with your spirit guides and your higher self, so that way you don't even encounter these different malevolent beings. You know what I'm saying? So I have bad shit down below, but we're going to get into this video about astral attacks and overall spiritual warfare, right? Because astral attacks are just one aspect of spiritual warfare, right? But the title Astral Attacks just seems pretty fucking cool. So why not make that the title? You know what I'm saying? But let me actually explain what the astral plane even is, right? So the astral plane is a plane of existence. It's a certain level of existence, right? There are 12 main levels of existence. The astral is the third plane of existence, right? I covered the 12 planes inside my Patreon. Go check that out down below. When niggas be saying that the physical is the 3D, they mean the third dimension, which is not the third dimension, but it's a we do like in the physical plane, right? There are 3 dimensions of length, width, and height, and then the fourth of time, you know what I'm saying, and then fifth is space, you know what I'm saying? So when niggas say we live inside the 3D, they mean that we live inside of a 3 dimensional space of length, width, and height. They don't mean that we live inside the third plane of existence. That's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? The third plane of existence is the astral plane. And that plane is where information gets turned into imagery. So inside the 4D, the mental plane, right? You have the information of dog. You have a dog. But inside the 4D, it would just be the word dog. Once it hits the 3D, it becomes the image of an actual dog. You know what I'm saying? And then that image will move through the ethers of space, which is the 2D, the etheric plane. And then after it moves through the ethers, it'll manifest physically as an actual physical dog. You see what I'm saying? So I break down all 12 planes on the Patreon too. So that shit is down. Like I said, the Patreon only $10, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit pretty cheap. But I understand that not even hey, some of y'all can't even afford that, and I understand it. Like I'm not even trying to jail nobody. Like nigga, I've been there, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I wouldn't. I understand it. So if you can't get that, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You probably should be focused on your physical life anyway. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta always worry about. You don't gotta always do the whole spiritual stuff if you got to get your life like that's what I did with me, right? I made the video about fucking controlling your life. You know what I'm saying? For me, I had to get my life more in order before understanding higher spiritual concepts. So you should never feel bad about having to get your life together before doing certain other shit, nigga. It's okay. We live in the physical for a fucking reason. Take care of your shit. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, if you can get that, I got all the shits down below. Back to the video. When it comes to the astral is the plane of existence that turns information into imagery. You know what I'm saying? So, when you have an astral attack, in the most literal sense, it would be you seeing an attack through imagery, right? So, like, if you're like inside of a dream and then someone's attacking you, right? When you actually see them attacking you, that is an astral attack, right? They could also come in through your imagination. Now, imagination is not fake. It's only fake if you start fantasizing. You know what I'm saying? But like with kids and their imaginary friends, those be whole spirit guys. They just interpret that through their imagination because your imagination, right, is actually your astral body, which you can separate from the physical body and experience information inside of a visual way. You see, your imagination is the faculty inside yourself that turns information into imagery. So if you go to experience, see any plane above the 3D is literally just information that has no imagery. But If you astral project to these higher planes, you could see what they look like because all the information inside the higher planes gets turned into imagery via the astral body, aka the imagination. But once again, imagination is not fake unless you start to fantasize. You know what I'm saying? That would be the same as saying that your memory. That would be the same as saying that your memory is fake. Because when you see memories, right, it's through your imagination. Like you remember that you like when it comes to like for example, what I did this shit right here, nigga. I could think about being at the doctor's office, right? That's certain information. But when I actually see it, that's because the information that I already have is being turned into images. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the astral plane does, and that's what your astral body does, aka your imagination. That's why the astral plane could also be called the imaginative plane. You see what I'm saying? But it's not fantasy. It's just the faculty that turns information into imagery. So I'm saying all that because spiritual attacks don't only happen astrally. You know what I'm saying? There are four main levels that astral attacks can happen on. You know, the mental, the astral, or the imagination and memory, then the etheric or the emotional, and then the material or the physical, right? These are the four main planes that spiritual warfare happens on. So it first comes in through your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And let me really explain this because I talk about spirits versus entities, right? And like I said, inside my, if you guys want to astral project and you're fucking scared, you don't gotta be scared, bro. Like I'm gonna teach some shit inside here, but like inside my course, bro, I give you guys the whole protection methods, my nigga. I give you guys cleansing methods, shielding and shit, fighting and shit like that, and how to just overall just avoid them in general. Like literally, nigga, like I don't encounter malevolent beings unless I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I choose to fight shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't encounter them randomly because I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Which I teach also inside my course. But when it comes to spiritual attacks, right? Understand that they first come through spirits. Spirits are intelligent energies, right? So when you feel an emotion, right? You're feeling an energy. You know what I'm saying? Emotion, we all know as energy in motion. So emotions are energies, right? But they're also intelligent, right? It may not be conscious and aware of itself, but it does have intelligence, right? It has its own information. That's why you think a certain way and act a certain way when you're happy versus sad versus mad versus loving. You literally think and behave in different ways because that is the intelligence of that emotion. You know what I'm saying? So emotions are actually spirits, right? But a spirit is not like a entity. A entity is an actual conscious being. You know what I'm saying? So, example, right? If you feel my aura, right? When you feel my aura, you will start feeling my spirits. You will start feeling the intelligent energies inside my aura, right? However, I'm the actual entity that is giving off the spirits. It is also sustained by my higher 7D eternal spirit. You see what I'm saying? So entities are conscious beings that can be sustained by spirits, right? But the spirit itself is just the energy. That's not conscious of itself. It's just the energy. It's like fucking bacteria floating and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, with all that being said, when you first have a spiritual attack, it actually starts mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get angry if you're not open to the intelligence of anger. Once you start to open yourself up to that intelligence and those thoughts on the mental plane, they start to manifest lower, right? Inside the astral, you could see different things that make you mad. Like, you may just, like, literally, like, inside your head, right? See, people don't be peeping this shit. If you're always daydreaming about negative shit, it's like, why the fuck are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like that could be a form of an attack. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a spirit influencing you on some level. Like if you just have inside your imagination, you just see bad shit happening all the fucking time. Like why can't you imagine no good shit? You know what I'm saying? So that's the astral level, right? When like, because like, and you can actually go to the astral and then fucking see a demon fight you. You know what I'm saying? if you don't know how to protect yourself, right? Which, like I said, I teach how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like you could encounter a demon, right? That is an astral attack. But so is just sitting down and seeing the fucking worst possibility ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be a spiritual attack also. You know what I'm saying? And then under the astral, the etheric or the emotional, you start to actually feel angry, right? Like you may see inside your head people pissing you off, right? Now you feel angry and you start to actually act like an angry person. You see what I'm saying? So everybody is going to be open to spirits, right? If you have a spirit coming through to you all the time, like the spirit of anger, sadness, lust, that may not always be the attack. But when it comes to entities, here is where attacks come from because, like I said, humans are naturally open to these different intelligences, right? And and when it comes to these intelligences, right, they're not conscious of them. They're not aware, and they're not aware of themselves. They're not conscious. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like the spirits of anger don't know that they're making you angry. You're just open to an intelligence, and then you're acting off of that and feeling emotions based upon that intelligence, right? But the spirits of anger themselves aren't just trying to fuck with you like, oh, let's go attack this person. It's like a fucking bacteria just doing its fucking thing, right? An entity though would be like a fucking sick ass person. You know what I'm saying? Who gets you sick on purpose, right? See, entities are conscious beings, right? And entities actually align with different spirits. So there's different entities that allow the spirit of anger, right? And these entities will make you mad on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So if you peep that shit is coming through to make you mad on purpose, that's more of an entity, right? But if you just naturally get angry as a person, you're likely just open to that spirit of anger. But because of that, you can start to attract other entities who want to feed off of that energy with inside you. You see what I'm saying? So you got to really understand how this shit works. It starts off inside your mind with your thoughts, right? If you're open to certain kinds of thoughts, right? You're open to certain kinds of energies too, as well as the images which those thoughts produce inside of your head. You know what I'm saying? So to actually defend yourself, right? You want to be really aware of your mental space because a lot of people think that these are my thoughts, right? Either every thought is yours or no thought is yours because you're just the soul. You're just the observer to all these thoughts. And every thought that comes through is just a different kind of intelligence. It could be from your spirit guides. It could be from the energy around you. It could be from your parents and stuff like that. It could be from your literal fucking genetics, right? Your mental, you see the mental plane and your mental body, right? Is simply just where different intelligences interact. And that's where you perceive different intelligences, right? Over time, though, people come to identify with a certain intelligence and then they become that kind of person. Like an angry person, right? Simply just identifies with their angry thoughts and they identify with those intelligences. So they become an angry person. Really, though, they're just a fucking soul who could become anything they want if they become more conscious and choose to identify with different intelligences. So when it comes to you, you got to be very secure. Let me rephrase that. You need to be very set on how you want to think and what thoughts you want to be open to. Like if you don't want to doubt yourself, but you start having doubtful thoughts come through, that should tell you this is not what the fuck I want. Now, the doubt could be from an entity who is actually trying to make you doubt, or you could just be around different energies that make you feel doubt and have doubt inside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Identifying if it's a spirit or an entity is not the most important. The most important is to stay protected inside of your mind. You know what I'm saying? And then also, whenever you see images, right? If you don't want to see that image, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't just see it as, oh, I'm just imagining that shit. No, like you're receiving an image that you didn't want to imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I put this shit? Because there's people who could not every person is visual, but there are various visual people who kind of just like receive images of what if this bad thing happens, or they'll have like their own memories come through and fuck with them. Like they'll constantly relive the past inside their head type shit. You know what I'm saying? And they feel a certain way based upon what the fuck happened, right? You could relive that same moment, but feel differently if you choose to. A lot of people though just let images pop up and kind of just go with it type shit. Like, oh nigga, I saw that bullshit, I'ma just go with that. Oh, I see this fucked up memory, I'm just gonna go with that. Like, no. Be more conscious with what you let enter your mind and also what you let to enter into your imagination. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's memories, right? How do they make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like with me, right? I could relive shit with fucking childhood, fucked up past friends, fucked up relationships, but I could have it come through and not get triggered and simply just learn from it, right? Sometimes though it's popping up to dead ass test trigger you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be an entity who wants you to feel angry. Therefore, they kind of like put these images inside your mind of being angry and stuff like that. Whether it be you see fucked up situations, whether it be you start seeing memories that got you mad and stuff like that. It could be an entity, or simply if you're open to that intelligence on a mental level, then on that astral level, you're gonna be open to images that allow that intelligence, right? So if you have if you identify with the happy intelligences, right, you're gonna have happy thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And happy images. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, right? Like if you're a very confident person, right? You're very confident, you're very happy, all that type of stuff, right? Whenever you see imagery about like, oh, what's gonna happen tomorrow at school, or oh, a memory's popping up, you're gonna deal with it differently, right? Like you're gonna see yourself completing more things. Like if you're like, oh, I have an interview tomorrow, right? If you're a person who has hella fucking doubt, inside your head, you might see the interview going insanely bad. You know what I'm saying? If you're confident, then the interview could go insanely good. You know what I'm saying? So that is a level of astral attacks that people don't talk about. Simply test your own imagination and memories fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that actually happens, depending on what you identify with, right? Like I said, whether it's a spirit or an entity does not always matter. You know what I'm saying? What matters the most is what you allow yourself to be open to. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're open to thoughts from your higher self, right? And you're open to the spirit, if you're like I said, you have your own eternal spirit, right? On the 7D. Now, you can cut that connection off and be open to other shit with the crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? The crown chakra is the seventh chakra because on the 7D, that is where your eternal spirit actually exists, and it literally comes in through your crown. If your crown is blocked or not open, though, you're open to various other things, right? So, if you leave your body, but you're open to like stupid ass thoughts, you're gonna have stupid ass experiences too. However, if you're open to the thoughts of like your higher self, you're not gonna fucking have fucked up experiences, bro. You're gonna have experiences that are guided by your higher self. You see what I'm trying to say? So, when you actually get to the astral, you can fight entities with fucking light and all this shit and stuff like that, but you should always check your mental space. And here's what I mean, right? Let's say you see yourself being attacked, right? Okay. I know that for me, I could be open to that because I want to fight malevolent entities. Therefore, I'm open to attracting that, right? Now, let's say you don't want to fight malevolent entities, right? Okay. Are you open to thoughts of fear? Are you open to thoughts of doubt? Are you open to thoughts of anger? Open to thoughts of lust? Because if you are, these are the doorways that entities could use to start to fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I teach how to protect yourself when it comes to astral projection and all this shit, so that way you actually don't encounter this type of shit. But to keep it real short, right? Watch what the fuck you identify with and watch what you're open to. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't just take certain thoughts as these are my thoughts, because when you astral project, you're open to those different intelligences messing with you. You see what I'm saying? And this is where leaks come from. You see a leak, right? See a spiritual leak, right? Is a person who is leaking through a certain kind of energy, right? This happens with spirits because humans are open to various different spirits, right? So, if you start to feel the spirit of doubt, right, you become a leak for the energy of doubt. And then different entities could get attracted to that and then feed off of that. You know what I'm saying? And then they could feed off of you, but then also use you as a conduit to make other people feel doubt. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, right? Let's say you be having hella doubt and stuff like that, right? And then your friend comes through. You know what I'm saying? And then your friend says, yo, bro, I want to do this shit right here. And then you say, well, yeah, that's cool, but what if it doesn't work the fuck out? At that point, you're infecting them with that doubt. You see what I'm saying? And if they're open to that doubt, now they're infected by the spirit of doubt, and they can have other entities come around them and make them start to doubt things, and then they'll influence other people, make those people doubt. You see what I'm trying to say? So when it comes to a spiritual leak, right? A spiritual leak is the person who's leaking through a certain kind of energy, right? You could be a leak for happiness. You could definitely be a leak for happiness, right? But many people, like most people, right, are not aware of their soul. So literally, most people are fucking leaks. They're just literally open vessels to fucking any kind of energy and intelligence whatsoever, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, be aware of other people too and what's flowing through them, right? Be aware of the fact that, oh, this person feels a lot of anger. They got the spirit of anger. They always are on some doubtful shit. They got the spirit of doubt. You know what I'm saying? Most people are not conscious at all. They're not aware of themselves at all. They're not actually in tune with their soul. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, they just kind of operate off of what flows through to them. You know what I'm saying? And granted, right? You could have spirit guides also guide your thoughts too. Facts, you know what I'm saying? But people aren't always open to those intelligences either. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to spirit guides, your spirit guides are actual entities too, most of the time, right? I mean, sometimes you're guided. You do have guiding spirits that aren't really entities, but more or less, right? It's like your 7D spirit, right? Channels in through you in the different, it's like your 7D eternal spirit is a great energy composed of smaller energies, right? And these different smaller energies will actually um guide you inside this life. Like, it won't be like an actual being, but it's your own energy guiding you throughout life. Now, you actually have other spiritual guides who are actual entities too, who are your friends inside past life. Some of y'all was your fuck. They could have been your kids, your brother, your wife in the past life. Like your spirit guide be your whole entire. It be your whole entire friend and family group on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, not the spit. Ugh, that's the. But yeah, so I'm saying this because people are open to thoughts from their spirit guides, thoughts from different entities, thoughts from random spirits and random energies. People are open to a lot of shit. Most people are not conscious of the fact that, oh, I'm the soul and I choose what I'm open to. So most people are leaks. And you could be a leak at points in your life also when you're not aware of what spirits are coming through to you, right? You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that, right? Spiritual attacks happen first on the mental level through your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So if you identify with certain thoughts, it's going to carry down to how you see things inside of your mind, your memories, your emotions, and how you act inside of life. You know what I'm saying? And that could also transfer to how you astral project and you start to see certain shit that starts to maybe scare you or make you angry or make you doubt, depending on what you're open to. If you're open to fear, you're going to get scared. If you're open to anger, you're going to get mad. You know what I'm saying? If you're open to doubt, you're going to feel doubtful shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you want to astral project in a very safe way, I do have that course down below. It's very safe. And you can always hit me up when you have the course. You know what I'm saying? I could give you guys more advice type shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So that's pretty much it for this video. Um, yeah, I love you all. I'm gonna catch my next video. Peace out.